The persistent underrepresentation of black individuals in tennis and golf is a direct consequence of historical institutional racism and the insufficient efforts to rectify these injustices. Both sports have long histories of exclusionary practices that have systematically marginalized black athletes. Historically, many golf clubs in the United States explicitly barred black individuals from membership. Notably, the Professional Golfers Association of America, or PGA, enforced a Caucasian-only membership clause until 1961, effectively excluding black golfers from professional competitions. This systemic exclusion persisted well into the late 20th century. For instance, Shoal Creek Golf Club in Alabama, which hosted the 1990 PGA Championship, had no African-American members at the time. The club's founder, Hall Thompson, stated, "We don't discriminate in every other area except the blacks." This blatant exclusion led to public outcry and protests, forcing the club to admit its first black member shortly before the tournament. Tiger Woods, one of the most prominent figures in golf, has openly discussed his experiences with racism. In his book, The 1997 Masters: My Story, Woods recounts facing racial slurs during his early years in the sport. He recalls being denied access to certain golf clubs due to the color of his skin, highlighting the systemic barriers that existed. Even after gaining access, Woods faced hostility, including incidents where rocks were thrown at his family home in Southern California. Additionally, he was prohibited from purchasing drinks or using the same locker rooms as his friends in certain golf clubs. Despite his historic victory at the 1997 Masters, where he became the first black golfer to win the tournament, Woods faced racially insensitive remarks, including those from fellow golfers. For instance, golfer Fuzzy Zola made derogatory comments following Woods' win, which he later apologized for. These experiences underscore the challenges black golfers have historically faced in the sport. Tennis has similarly grappled with institutional racism. Many tennis clubs and facilities were historically segregated, limiting access for black players. The American Tennis Association, or ATA, was founded in 1916 to provide black players with opportunities to compete, as they were barred from the United States Lawn Tennis Association tournaments. This segregation hindered the development and visibility of black talent in the sport. Prominent black tennis players have faced racism throughout their careers. In 2001, during the Indian Wells tournament, Serena and Venus Williams were subjected to booing and racial slurs from the crowd, leading them to boycott the event for over a decade. More recently, players like Sloane Stephens have reported an increase in racist abuse from the stands and on social media, highlighting ongoing racial biases in the sport. Following her first-round victory at the 2023 French Open, Stephens stated, "It has never stopped. If anything, it's only gotten worse." Additionally, some black viewers have taken to social media to express concerns about biased commentary and reporting from media outlets towards players of color, including more general scrutiny and attributing the success of black athletes to physical attributes rather than intelligence or skill. These historical and contemporary instances of racism have had lasting impacts, contributing to the lower participation rates of black individuals in tennis and golf today. Addressing these issues requires a multifaceted approach, including policy changes, community engagement, and sustained efforts to promote diversity and inclusion within tennis and golf. Follow African Australian for more inspiring and insightful content.